Around the yard picking up some garbage. I think maybe I'll make the first terrarium of the season. You know, a better way to do that, but with some garbage. Here's some garbage that can be useful. Not for the enclosure. I'm actually going to cheat and use a bottle I got sitting there, but this would be nice for carrying. Well, during yard cleaning and, moss browsing, I also found this cool sign. I can't talk to this. Showing holder while my yard clean. Oh my goodness. Well, yard cleaning and, moss browsing, I also found this cool sign, so that'll come in handy later for our purposes. Finding some beautiful pieces here. A little pillow. Oh, yeah. So here's the rule. Take moss that feels like being taken. If you're like, oh, this moss is fighting me, leave it alone. This is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And move around, take pieces from all over. I hadn't really intended to put a bone in this terrarium, but that is a beautiful one. Think about it for later, get some inspirations. Oh my goodness, look at this. My wild roses are spreading runners. Ah, I will not rest until I have a thorny wall. I love wild roses. Beautiful. See, this is one of the main purposes of doing this. It's not to create an end product or a thing. It's, the terrarium is a microcosm and a memory that you're helping build. But the point is to observe your world and to enjoy it. Especially doing something like this from your own yard. Then you look around and be like, oh, look at that. That's neat. You're looking at tiny things. Like stumping raspberries. Getting very close to fullish, and there's a reason that this container works about perfectly for us, but we're gonna look for just a few more clumps, maybe some other portions of the yard. We want to give some really nice variety and elevation, some terrain to this. This is gonna be fun. Look at what these squirrels did. We don't need that much. Wow. Maybe later come inside the moss ones. Yeah, I think that's just about outstanding moss-wise. Beautiful. I have an idea. So going through our compost, I think we got enough brick chunks. We're gonna make a drainage layer, plenty of charcoal for filtration, even a little landscaping back there, and some more garbage to clean. Man, look at those fungus. Look at baby turkey tails. Wow. Pretty. Whatever. Hey, take it, Nigel. Good deal. Glad I went with this one now. This is going to make a good one. I'm going to use brick chunks for a drainage layer here. Try to put some mesh in. This we already had sitting around. And then do some other layers. Mesh went upside down and sideways, but yeah, no worries. Put some charcoal on top for some filtration. Nice, there we are. Now we can address some soil. So for soil, we found both some really, really worm-rich dirt from a hole one the kids been digging. Also some nice compost from the compost pile. Found some more landscaping, that's nice. And we're also gonna add a heck of a lot of leaf litter because we want to make it fluffy and drainable. I'm gonna try to tear out those stems pretty much. Well, I think that's a good base. I think it's gonna compact down some when we start popping moss in. We just know. Little friend. You're going to terrarium. Whee! See, that's looking fun already. Yeah. We got some soft fuzzy guys. Bloop. Bloop. Pop up. Something like that, yeah. Well, now we're gonna hose it down thoroughly so it's not thirsty and give it away. Alright, now quite literally, top it all off. Virtually all from the yard or recycled materials, native terrarium. Thanks so much for hanging out with us today and building things. Please make some stuff and stuff out of your yard or recycled materials. And overall, much love.